We are as a people inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Good morning, Vietnam.
What are you, Robin Williams?
Yeah. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host.
Hi, this is Sammy, your co-host.
Today is, I think I'll title it Vacation Special Double Feature. It's going to be kind of short. It's going to be a little hectic, but we're going to get into some paranormal and ufology. Two of my little plans of what I wanted to do this vacation. Check out a previous episode called My Paranormal Vacation Plans. If you want to know everything we had planned, but there's only so many hours in the day, and there's only so much money in your pocket. So, first of all, Sammy ain't been around for a minute. So give a little update. What you been up to, man?
Just work and home. Home, life, and work. That's it, really.
Yeah.
Like,
That's about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That really is it. Other than trying to hang out with family more. Like my brother and stuff.
That's good.
But other than that, not really much.
Okay. So, we went to go visit. I got a message from a buddy of mine, the Q-tard that I talk about all the time. The conspiracy guy. He's my conspiracy buddy, even though we butt heads like crazy because he's QAnon and shit. But he sent me, he's real big into the paranormal like I am, and he sent me the town that he lives in. He's like, dude, haunted bullet hole. I'm like, what? That sounds weird as hell, like high strangeness. Haunted bullet hole. So, he sent me an article, and I'm going to read it because it's short. In Georgetown, Kentucky, there is a haunted bullet hole.
The haunted bullet hole is in Georgetown. It was a nice, neat little store. I'll say that much about it. It's a haunted. They say it's a haunted bullet hole, but I would probably say the whole building has a bit of a haunting from the man who took his life back in 1929 when the building was still a bank.
Which I'll read the article.
Which, yeah, he found the article, so.
Alright. Which we're going to have to make some cuts. It's okay. A haunting bullet hole in a small town boutique. Taking a step inside Abby May's boutique, which it's not that anymore. I forget, what's it called now?
Shoot.
Can't recall.
No, I know it, but...
It's okay. You might begin to notice some things are out of place. The architecture is oddly familiar. The changing room is behind a giant vault door, which we're going to share the photos, so if you guys are listening and watching, you can see what we took pictures of. The changing room is behind a giant vault door, and wait, is that a bullet hole in the wall? Yes. This small town boutique is built inside a historic bank, and you might be surprised to find some tragic stories held within its walls. Now back to that bullet hole. You'd think we'd just gloss over that one, right? You will find it neatly framed and labeled in the employee bathroom. If you ask the shopkeeper, they'll be happy to show you. Bullet hole from suicide of George T. Hambrick. He was the bank president in 1929. So did you say 1929?
Yes.
Okay, she was right on. She was batting 1,000 today. Not the most inspiring thing you'd want to see on the bathroom breaks. For those of you who aren't history buffs, 1929 was not a great year for the banks. It was the year the stock market crashed and it kicked off a massive financial decline across the United States. That is known today as, obviously, the Great Depression. George Hambrick had actually been planning to rob his own bank, and one can only imagine, after news of the stock market crash had reached him, his motives were of self-preservation, as the imminent destruction of his own livelihood loomed at large. Before he could get the chance to carry out his plans, however, the local authorities caught wind of his scheme. As officers were dispatched to apprehend Hambrick, he eluded capture and locked himself in his own bank bathroom. Sensing no other way out of the dismal future, he decided to take his own life with his pistol. Rumors of hauntings have stuck with the building over the years, undoubtedly of the trouble-scheming banker who took his own life too soon. Some reports conclude that Georgetown's banks went on to perform fairly well through the Depression. Official paranormal investigations were done on the interior of the building by the Order of the Astral Star in 2009. Now, I'm going to sidetrack a little bit. So I tried looking up this Order of the Astral Star, and obviously, you all know that I'm an occultist. And I would consider myself a magician of ceremonial magic. As soon as I heard that title, I said, oh, that's a secret society. I cannot find any information on this Order of the Astral Star. So, hit me up in the comments if you guys have... I went down a rabbit hole. I was trying to figure it out. I don't know. The whole thing is mysterious. But... And while they were unable to conclusively capture a haunting, they did get photographs of several orbs. There was a report of being touched by an unseen force while they were in the building. And that's all she wrote for the article.
And then we have our own account when we talked to the young lady who was manning the shop at that time. She's not the owner, but, she works there. She's worked there for multiple years, she said. She did say she's heard a customer say how, for the most part, I'll say this first. The building is kept just like the bank. Like, they have the big vault still there. And the vault is where the changing room is and stuff like that. So, for the most part, they kept a lot of it the way it is. And she had said, though, that a customer who had been there, she saw a gentleman, an older gentleman, standing in the doorway, of the vault and stuff. And, next thing she knows, the guy's just gone.
So I must have been kind of off taking pictures or not paying attention correctly.
Yeah, I think you were right there.
So it was like a full-blown apparition.
Yeah, because you even asked her.
Okay, yeah. It was an apparition.
Yeah, this lady had seen...
I remember now.
Yeah, because she had said herself that, she hasn't had any experience, but she's heard others talk about it.
And by the way, we had slight difficulty finding it because it's not Abbey Mays anymore.
No, it changed literally 3 weeks before we got there.
Yeah, it's called Blossoms and Blooms Boutique. And I don't care to give them a shout out because they are cool AF. Everyone there was super nice. I even told them, I said, I feel kind of bad. I'm going to buy something.
Yeah.
So I bought a bandana. A silk bandana, which was beautiful, and it's $12, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get something. And she's like, you don't have to. I'm like, no, I don't I don't mind to, you know.
Yeah, their prices really actually were not bad for boutique level. I'm not gonna lie. There's some really nice items in there, and like I'm not usually one for boutique areas. Their fashion isn't quite me. However, there were actually some things in there that I thought were really nice. So I mean, it's a nice little boutique.
Yeah, the location is 201 East Main Street, Georgetown, Kentucky. It's 40324. Zip code. Yeah, Blossoms and Blooms Boutique. Go check them out.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can say paranormal, and it could just be my little bit of craziness, was on the way there, I kept looking in the back seat because I felt like someone was sitting in the back seat. Which I've told you guys about the little girl experience that I had when I was living out in Bergen and Harrington Lake, and I'm not gonna rehash that story. So after having a paranormal experience with my back seat, I've always been a little freaked out about back seats and somebody behind me. But yeah, you got anything else to say about that little adventure or no?
About the whole adventure or
The
just
whole. Yeah.
the whole trip was very nice. I actually kind of can't wait.
The whole.
Oh, the whole itself. Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, yeah. No, I mean it's interesting to hear that. I'm sorry the man felt like he needed to take his life, due to what he was choosing to do. Because that was hard times to think that you're about to lose everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you got people coming back to you to draw their money out, which is going to make your business go out. You have your own lives that you're trying to live. Like, it all just sucks in general. And again, I am sorry they felt like he had to take his own life, though, at the end of it all.
But Georgetown in general is like a pretty cool place to go. Like, here, we'll blue pill for a little bit, which I don't mind. So we're kind of broke, but I mean, all you have to have is like maybe like $100 in your wallet, and you can have a decent day. Like we went next door to like an antique shop. Sammy bought me a ring. It was $3.
Well, that was like down the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all on that main street that we pretty much walked.
Yeah, it's a cute little town. Yeah, I got a ring. It was a Lord of the Rings replica, the one ring to rule them all, and I used to have one growing up, but it was like some form of metal with like fake gold plated. It was tied to a bookmark. It was pretty cool. I got a ring, got a bandana.
I got a couple of necklaces.
We went out to eat at this place. It was like Barrel something.
Brown Barrel. We got some grouper strips, deep fried, with
with some tartar sauce.
The tartar sauce was okay, but
yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I mean the tartar sauce wasn't bad, but I guess it just wasn't quite what I was expecting in the tartar sauce. But the groupers were amazing.
Yeah,
it was fresh out. It was hot. It was good.
And during happy hour, they got like PBRs for like $2. So tall boys. Yeah, it's a cool place. Come to Kentucky, man. Everyone's friendly. Everyone's cool. But I didn't have any negative experience the whole time visiting Georgetown. It was cool. But let's get into the next story of the Monolith misadventure. You can pause it. We'll take a break. Hey guys, just gonna do a little intro. We are going to do a podcast when we get home, discussing what we did yesterday. The only reason I didn't film what we did yesterday was because it was an actual business. I wasn't sure. It's a different owner. I wasn't sure if they were going to be cool with us, like, actually filming. But we did take pictures. We did talk to the girl at the front desk. And honestly, it was pretty simple. It wouldn't have been much to film anyways. But we're going to do a little podcast when we get home talking about the backstory of the haunted bullet hole we went to yesterday. And just talk about it for a little bit. Talk about Georgetown. How much fun we had yesterday doing that. It's a nice little town. I ain't going to lie. Like, if we had the money, I would I could see myself living there. Like, it's a nice little town. But today we're going to check out a Monolith that was in Kentucky. What town is it? Do you remember?
Prestonsburg.
Prestonsburg, Kentucky. If you all remember all the little monoliths that were popping up everywhere, there was one that popped up in Kentucky. And there's a little bit of a backstory. Is this it?
No.
Oh. There's a little bit of a backstory. Oh, is it a rest stop?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta pee or something.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like all these monoliths, if you remember like a year or two ago, that kept popping up, everyone thought they were like alien monoliths and stuff. So it's like ufology related. Do I think this is an alien monolith? Probably not. I mean, turns out they all have been pretty much man-made, but there is some like spookiness around it. There are people who have went to it and said that they've gotten like sick or headaches. So I don't know. I mean, that's up to you to decide if there's some paranormal aspect to it. I don't know. I'll let you know what I feel, and we'll film it a little bit because it's in a park, and they were actually cool enough, the city or whatever was cool enough to let the monolith stay and not tear it down like the other ones. So we'll check it out. Hope you all enjoy. Action. Alright, so I'm gonna play you our second paranormal thing, which I discussed in that one episode, was we wanted to go check out a monolith that popped up in Kentucky. I filmed 2 videos on my camera, which I will stitch in, so I don't need to be a broken record, but here's a news video. It's 4-minute long, so I hope you enjoy it. Should explain it pretty well.
I think people should come by and check it out and look at it. I've seen them on the news. I think in the desert, maybe in New York, there was one I saw pop up or whatever, but I never expected something like that to pop up in Prestonsburg. So anything with it, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know where it came from. Obviously, it looks like
Hi guys, we had here Monolith in the Prestonsburg by the Walmart. See that? I saw it from the mountaintop news, so I just drive around down here so I see it. Oh, look at that! This guy smoked the fire. That's the local news from Hazard.
I didn't get to show. Oh yeah, I forgot to show. Gotta look me up on YouTube. I was telling you about the short film.
Yeah? I come down here by the Walmart, check it out, Monolith. Here, one in the Utah desert, Siberia, and then here in Prestonsburg. Oh, let's check it out.
I'm just gonna leave it there. I have no
Let's go touch it.
This one looks way different than Utah. Like, that looks different to me than Utah's.
Okay.
Someone just trying to...
Right. Yeah, and it became a trend.
It's going anywhere else.
Smoke.
I don't know.
Sadly.
It feels heavy. It looks heavy. I don't know.
It's full
It was
heavy.
interesting.
Oh my God! The weird thing about it is you don't see a lot of, besides ours, you don't see a lot of footprints around it or anything.
When I first came this morning, all I saw are those 2 tire tracks. Like they had backed up there maybe to flip it down or something, but that's it.
That's a little tire here, huh?
I don't know.
So, I mean, it does suck that we didn't get to go see it ourselves, that it was already taken down. Because this was back in 2021 of July 2021. Yeah, that's when it was. That's when they got put up. So it was like X amount of months after Utah won. look at that. It's hollow. Yeah.
The Utah one, the original first one, was like super well.
Yeah, it's whole.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you can tell the phone from that one.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a two top local news, mountain top news, and WYMT.
Which after this video is done,
Okay.
and you all get to see it and stuff, I will explain kind
Yeah,
of,
look. Right there.
yeah.
You can see it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they hauled it off and turned it into scrap metal. Because where we were at was pretty hillbilly. So people are poor and need money.
Triangle.
And
So,
we do a lot of scrapping here in Kentucky.
yeah.
They hauled it off, made it into scrap.
Alien here. Prestonsburg. Alright guys, I'm here at the Monolith, Prestonsburg. So look at that. So by the Walmart. Yeah, there's maybe alien here. Yeah, see that? Yeah, come out, check it out here. There's two local news, WYMT and Mountain Top News. That I see from Mountain Top News live, so I just dropped down here and I check it out myself. Here it is. I don't know what it is. Nobody know. So come by. If you go to Walmart, you can see it. Just swing by and then there we go. Thank you guys.
So guys, got some bad news. We went to this place. I don't know if y'all can see it. It was a little pawn shop called the Pink Elephant Gun and Pawn. So shout out to them. There's some free advertising for you. They tore down the Monolith, took it to a scrapyard. It's gone. Apparently, and I don't mind. I will stir some shit and start some shit. The guy who, okay, first of all, I heard about this monolith because Jacob Israel put out a video about monoliths. And I was talking to somebody in the comment section. This guy was saying, hey, there's a monolith near where I live in Kentucky. We're in Prestonsburg, Kentucky, so it's a 2-hour drive to get here. And I talked to this guy 2 weeks ago, maybe. And he said, yeah, there's a monolith out here. And so I said, where at? You know, and he said, this such and such town. He said, don't go see it. So he pissed me off already. He said, don't go see it. It puts off some weird sort of energy and it'll make you sick and give you a migraine and it's evil. And I said, dude, shut up with all that fucking bullshit. So it's still there. Yeah, it's in a park and you know, it's still there. I said, okay. I live next to it. I drive around and see it all the time. Lying motherfucker. Lying motherfucker. Because I went into the Pink Elephant pawn shop. I said, dude, I got a question. I said, it's real random. It's real fucking weird. He said, okay. I said, a monolith. I said, is there a monolith around here? Because we're in the vicinity of where it used to be. He said, nope. They tore it down 2 years ago. I said, 2 years ago? I said, I just talked to this dude like 2 weeks ago. He said it's still there and don't go there and it's scary and blah, blah, blah. He said, yep, they tore it down 2 years ago during COVID. It's scrap metal now. They just went off and scrapped it. I said, are you fucking kidding me? So, a failure. As far as this stupid guy in the comment section. And I don't care. If I can find that comment or that video, I'm gonna talk shit to this guy because he made me drive 2 hours all the way out here. It ain't here. I think he was just trying to be cool and like, oh, it's spooky and scary and don't go there. It's haunted and ghosts and demons and blah blah blah. It's still there. No, it ain't. But it was tore down 2 years ago. But I'm going to tie this in with the podcast because me and Sammy, I already talked to her. Do you still care to do a podcast with me today? Just kind of tell about our... Cool. She says cool, yeah. So we're still going to put out a podcast of the haunted bullet hole. And honestly, I'm still going to cover the Monolith because I did find like a 4-minute video talking about it and shit. And it was during that whole ufology craze and shit. So it's interesting. It was here once upon a time, and it's not here anymore. Do I think it was aliens? Probably not. I honestly, at this point, it's kind of a debunked conspiracy. It's not aliens and shit, but I already knew that going in. To me, debunked paranormal and debunked ufology is still just as exciting historically and stuff as stuff that's not debunked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would still love to go and check out Amityville, even though I know that it's pretty fucking fake. You know? I'm pretty sure it's fake. But it would still be cool to go see the house and shit, because to me, history is history, you know? So yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be a dickhead to this dude in the comments if I can find him. Yeah, cause don't say it's still here and it's not here, and then I drive 2 fucking hours. But the day is not ruined. I'm still on vacation, and honestly, me and Sammy, like, we've been sitting here just talking the whole time, like just catching up on shit and talking about life. So I mean, it doesn't bother me. My day is not ruined. I'm just glad to get out of the house, you know. There's a battlefield down the road. We're going to go check it out. But we'll podcast later tonight, and we'll clip this in and tie it in. You got anything to say to him?
See y'all later.
You heard her. See you. So sadly, when we went by, it wasn't there anymore, but don't give up on Prestonsburg, Kentucky. We went to a Civil War battlefield. It's got 2 hiking trails that we checked out, and we still had a good time, you know. I like Civil War history. There's a Lincoln Memorial. It's a replica, but a miniaturized one of the one that's in Washington, D.C., so it's pretty cool. I think that's about it. You want to wrap up, or?
Yeah, I mean, it was a disappointment not to see the Monolith, but at the same time, it was okay. It was a neat little drive for us, like a little over 2 hours away. Yeah. Got to see that Middle Creek battlefield, which was cool. Get to read their little plaques and everything. Mm-hmm. So that was nice.
Sorry it was a bummer, but I hope it was still a good episode.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to wrap her up?
Alright, so you guys have a wonderful day. And we'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.